Window open after dark, cool wind across the room, city lights blinking slow under navy blue skies, curtains moving softly, late night air feels light, everything finally calm after the long day. Open window at midnight, listening to the town, cars passing somewhere far, like waves below the clouds. Nothing heavy tonight, nothing pulling me down, only summer night air floating through the room. Cold drink beside the bed, music low in the dark, phone left out of reach now, face down near the lamp. Street lights shimmer outside, orange against the blue. The whole city feels softer after midnight comes. Maybe I needed less than I thought before, just a quiet little room and cool air after rain. No pressure in my chest, no reason to rush, only this peaceful night slowly drifting by. I spent too many evenings trying to stay awake, trying to answer everything before morning came. Tonight I let the silence stay without filling the space. The wind keeps moving gently through the midnight room. Window open after dark, cool air across my skin, everything slowing down under summer wind. Window open at midnight, lights glowing below, the whole city breathing soft outside the room tonight. Night breeze through the curtains, soft against my arms. Lamplight near the sofa, glowing cold and warm. The whole room feels quieter after midnight rain. Music floating gently around the darkened walls. Night breeze on the sofa tonight, nothing left to do, just letting the hours drift without chasing them. The city sounds far away, muted under clouds. Everything feels slower now in the best kind of way. Books left open nearby, cold glass on the table, phone screen sleeping quietly beside scattered notes. The wind smells like summer rain, cool and beautifully light, like the whole night opened up after holding its breath. Some nights don't need meaning, some nights simply exist. way too loud. Now I love the gentle spaces between every sound. Night breeze through the curtains, the city glowing dim. Everything feels exactly right without trying too hard. Night breeze on the sofa tonight, nothing more to chase, only this quiet summer air floating through the space. Rain finally disappeared, clouds breaking over town, wet streets glowing softly under midnight lights. Cool wind after the storm moves through open windows. Everything smells cleaner after the heavy rain. Summer air after rain tonight, filling up the room like the whole city exhaled at the same time. No tension in my shoulders, no noise in my head, only this soft cool wind and distant traffic sounds. Bare feet against the floor, late hour in the dark, music low beside me, looping quietly. Blur reflections outside dance across the walls. The whole apartment feels calm without saying a word. Maybe peace arrives slowly in ordinary scenes. Open windows after rain and nights without pressure. I don't need brighter days, I don't need louder rooms, just this cool midnight air moving around softly. I spent too long searching for something dramatic when all I really wanted was nights that felt gentle. Summer air after rain tonight, the city glowing blue, everything drifting slowly toward another morning. Rain finally disappeared, cool wind entering slow. Street lights shimmer quietly on the roads below. Summer air after rain tonight, the room breathing light, and somewhere in the dark, the whole week fades away. Standing out on the balcony after midnight rain, warm lights across the buildings glow against dark blue. Cool wind through my hair, music from inside. The city feels peaceful at this hour tonight. Midnight balcony mood tonight, watching clouds drift slow. Nothing really matters now beyond this little view. Cars moving far below like rivers made of light. Everything feels softer under the summer sky. still after another week. Standing out on the balcony, cool wind after rain. Streetlights flicker softly below the midnight sky. Midnight balcony mood tonight, the whole city slow. And somewhere in the dark I finally breathe easy. Sitting near the window, late June after dark, cool air moving slowly through the quiet room. Streetlights glow below me, orange through the trees. Everything feels peaceful in the midnight blue. Window seat in June tonight, listening to the wind. Nothing loud surrounding me, nothing hard to feel. The whole city breathing slow under cloudy skies, like the night itself decided to finally rest. Books stacked by the pillow, music low nearby, phone forgotten somewhere under tangled sheets. The air smells like rainwater mixed with summer heat, the kind of midnight feeling you wish could always stay. Some nights feel cinematic without trying at all. Tiny quiet moments lit by distant signs. No sadness in this silence, no pressure in the dark. Only cool midnight air and soft room light. I used to chase excitement, thinking that was life. Now I love slow evenings more than anything. Window seat in June tonight, clouds above the town. Everything moving gently toward another dawn. Sitting near the window, summer wind again. Streetlights glowing softly under midnight rain. Window seat in June tonight, nothing left to prove. Only this quiet air moving through the room. Curtains moving quietly under midnight wind. Blue city lights outside blink across the glass. Cool air fills the room after the humid day. Everything feels lighter now than it did before. Cool wind through curtains tonight, soft against my skin. The whole apartment breathing slow with the summer air. No need for conversation, no pressure in my chest. Only distant traffic sounds and soft room light. exactly right without needing meaning. Curtains moving quietly, summer wind again, streetlights shimmer softly below the midnight sky. Cool wind through curtains tonight, nothing left to chase, only this peaceful air moving through the space. Late night open air flowing through the room, street lights glowing softly under cloudy skies. The whole city feels awake, but quieter somehow, like everyone slowed down at the same time tonight. Late night open air tonight, cool against my face, nothing heavy in my mind, nothing left undone. Cars moving far below, like waves across the dark. Everything feels softer now under summer clouds. Near the sofa, books left open wide, music looping quietly beside scattered clothes. The wind smells faintly sweet, like rain on warm concrete, the kind of summer midnight you wish could never end. Maybe peace arrives quietly without announcing itself inside ordinary nights like this one here. No need to impress anyone, no need to explain, only cool midnight air and slow passing time. I used to chase louder places, thinking they meant more. Now I love these silent rooms and open windows. Late night open air tonight, the city glowing blue, everything drifting slowly toward another dawn. Late night open air, still moving through the room, street lights fading softly under cloudy blue. Late night open air tonight, nothing more to say, only this peaceful feeling floating through the dark. Summer midnight glow shining through the blinds, orange city lights across the wooden floor, warm air after sunset still hanging in the room, music drifting softly through the quiet dark. Summer midnight glow tonight, everything feels slow, like the whole city paused for a little while. No pressure in night thoughts, no rushing through the hours, only soft electric light and cool night breeze. Ku-so-do-do-dun, ku-so-do-do-dun. Cold soda on the desk, phone sleeping nearby, clouds above the skyline move across the moon. The apartment feels alive in the gentlest way, breathing softly with the wind after midnight comes. Some nights stay in memory without needing reasons, tiny peaceful moments lit by distant signs. No loneliness tonight, no dramatic scene, just summer midnight light filling up the room. I spent too long searching for excitement everywhere. Now I love slow evenings more than crowded nights. Summer midnight glow tonight, blue air moving slow, everything finally calm after another week. Summer midnight glow, still shining through the blinds. Street lights flicker softly under navy skies. Summer midnight glow tonight, nothing left to prove, only this one quiet room and the summer wind. City wind after dark, moving through the streets. Late trains crossing slowly under fading clouds. Windows glowing quietly across apartment towers. Everything feels softer after midnight comes. City wind after dark tonight, cool against the heat, the whole town breathing slow beneath the navy sky. Nothing urgent calling me, nothing left to solve, only distant traffic lights and music in my room. Open window near the bed, curtains drifting light. Phone forgotten somewhere under tangled sheets. The air smells like summer rain mixed with asphalt streets, the kind of midnight feeling that never lasts enough. Maybe peace is ordinary, maybe that's the beauty. Tiny moments after dark, no one talks about no sadness. In this silence, no emptiness tonight, only cool city wind floating through the room. I used to fear slow evenings, thinking they meant loneliness. Now they feel like breathing space after noisy days. City wind after dark tonight, the skyline glowing dim, everything moving gently toward another dawn. City wind after dark, still moving through the town. Street lights shimmer softly on the empty roads. City wind after dark tonight, nothing more to chase, only this peaceful midnight air and the sound of summer. Quiet room after midnight, open window nearby, scratching softly against tired skin. Street lights through the curtains glow across the wall. Everything feels slower than the daytime world. Quiet room, open window tonight. Nothing loud remains, only soft city sounds drifting through the dark. No pressure in my heartbeat, no noise in my head, just the feeling of summer wind moving through the room. Books stacked near the pillow, music low again. Clouds above the buildings hide the distant stars. Cold tea on the table, lamplight fading gold. The whole apartment breathing calm at this hour tonight. Maybe rest is simple, maybe I forgot how to sit inside silence without trying to escape. No dramatic healing here, no perfect ending scene, only quiet midnight air and peaceful room light. I spent too many nights trying to outrun thoughts. Now let the hours pass without fighting them. Quiet room, open window tonight. The city glowing blue. Everything finally soft after another day. Quiet room, open window tonight. Nothing left to prove, only this gentle air moving through the dark. Soft air in the hallway after midnight rain. Apartment lights glowing low under sleepy clouds. Someone closes the door, somewhere down the floor. Everything feels distant and beautifully calm. Soft air in the hallway tonight, cool against my skin. The whole building breathing slow after another day. No loud conversations, no rushing footsteps now, only quiet summer wind passing through the dark. Music leaking softly from my half-open room. Street lights through the window glow across the wall. The air smells faintly sweet, like rain on warm concrete. The kind of midnight feeling that disappears by dawn. Maybe peace is hidden inside ordinary nights. Tiny little moments no one writes about. No dramatic loneliness, no fireworks tonight. Only soft summer air moving through the hall. Used to think silence meant something was wrong. Now it feels like like resting after noisy weeks. Soft air in the hallway tonight, the city glowing blue, everything drifting slowly toward another morning. Soft air in the hallway, still moving after dark. Street lights flicker quietly beyond the window glass. Soft air in the hallway tonight, nothing left to chase, only this gentle midnight wind floating through the space. Walk into the convenience store, past midnight lights, warm air after rain, still hanging in the streets. Vending machines glowing blue against a quiet road. Everything feels cinematic at this hour tonight. Tonight, convenience store tonight, cold drink in my hand, nothing really happening, and somehow that feels nice. Cars passing far away under cloudy skies, the whole city breathing slow after the heat of day. Plastic umbrella folded near automatic doors, music playing softly inside fluorescent light. Tiny moments like this stay longer than expected. Late night summer memories without dramatic scenes. Maybe peace looks ordinary, walking nowhere fast, just warm midnight air and empty sidewalks. No sadness in the silence, no pressure in my chest, only glowing storefront lights and cool wind after rain. I used to chase excitement, thinking that was enough. Now I love slow evenings more than crowded nights. Tonight, convenience store tonight, the city glowing dim, everything moving gently toward another dawn. Walk into the convenience store, past midnight signs, street lights shimmer softly on the wet asphalt. Tonight, convenience store tonight, nothing left to prove, only this quiet summer air and glowing city blue. Open curtains after dark, night wind fills the room. Clouds above the skyline move across the moon. Lamplight on wooden floor, soft amber and blue. Everything feels gentler at this hour tonight. Open curtains, late June tonight, listening to the wind, nothing loud surrounding me, nothing hard to feel, the whole city glowing dim under cloudy skies, like the night itself decided to finally slow down. Cold coffee near the bed, books scattered nearby, phone screen sleeping quietly under tangled sheets. inside quiet rooms. No dramatic conversations, no complicated thoughts, only soft midnight air and distant traffic lights. I spent too many years trying to stay busy. Now I love these empty hours more than anything. Open curtains, late June tonight, the city breathing slow, everything drifting gently toward another dawn. Open curtains, after dark, summer wind again, street lights glowing softly below the nitty sky. Open curtains, late June tonight. Nothing more to chase, only this peaceful midnight air moving through the room. Vinyl spinning quietly past another midnight. Cool breeze through the window moves across the room. City lights outside glow, orange mixed with blue. Everything feels lighter now than it did before. Midnight breeze and vinyl tonight, slow rhythm in the dark. Nothing really missing now, nothing left to fix. The whole apartment breathing calm under cloudy skies, like summer itself arrived inside this little room. Bare feet on the cold floor, drink beside the chair, music looping softly with the passing wind. Clouds drifting over town, late train somewhere far. The night feels beautifully loose without trying too hard. Some nights don't need purpose, some nights just exist. Tiny glowing moments no one talks about. No sadness in the silence, no pressure in the dark, only cool midnight air and warm analog sound. I used to think happiness needed louder places. Now I love these quiet rooms and slow moving nights. Midnight breeze and vinyl tonight, the skyline glowing dim, everything finally soft after another week. Vinyl spinning quietly, summer wind again, streetlight shimmer softly across the midnight roads. Midnight breeze and vinyl tonight, nothing left to prove, only this peaceful little room and the sound of June. Blue window summer night, cool wind through the blinds, streetlights glowing softly across the empty roads. The whole room feels quieter after midnight rain, everything moving slowly under navy skies. Blue window summer night tonight, listening to the town cars passing somewhere far, like waves in the dark. Nothing heavy in my chest, nothing left undone, only soft midnight air floating through the room. Cold drink near the sofa, music low again, clouds above apartment roofs hide the distant stars. The air smells like summer rain mixed with warm concrete, the kind of midnight feeling you wish would never fade. Maybe calm is fragile, maybe that's why it stays inside these little moments after long busy days. No loneliness tonight, no pressure to explain, only cool city wind and soft electric light. I spent too many evenings trying to outrun thoughts. Now I let the silence stay without being afraid. Blue window summer night tonight, the city glowing blue, everything drifting gently toward another dawn. Blue window summer night tonight, still moving through the room, streetlights fading softly under cloudy skies. Blue window summer night tonight, nothing more to chase, only this peaceful summer air and the sound of midnight. Summer wind on repeat, moving through the room, curtains dancing softly under midnight blue. Streetlights glow outside across quiet roads, everything feels slower now after the long hot day. Summer wind on repeat tonight, cool against my skin, the whole apartment breathing calm with the passing hours. Nothing urgent calling me, nothing left to solve, only soft city sounds floating through the dark. Music low beside me, cold drink sweating slow, clouds above the skyline hide the distant stars. Phone screen left untouched near scattered magazines, the night feels beautifully loose without trying too hard. Maybe happiness is small, maybe that's enough. Tiny midnight moments inside quiet rooms, no dramatic loneliness, no pressure in my chest, only summer wind again and soft electric toward another morning. Summer wind on repeat, still moving through the room. Streetlight shimmer softly below the navy sky. Summer wind on repeat tonight. Nothing left to chase, only this quiet midnight air floating through the space. After midnight, open sky, clouds drifting slowly. Warm lights cross rooftops, glow beneath the dark. Cool wind after rain moves through city streets. Everything feels softer now than it did before. After midnight, open sky tonight, listening to the wind, the whole city breathing low under navy blue. Nothing heavy on my mind, nothing left undone, only this calm summer air and distant traffic sounds. Standing near the window, music low behind me. Late trains crossing somewhere far above the roads. The air smells faintly sweet, like rain on warm concrete. The kind of midnight feeling you wish could always stay. Maybe peace arrives quietly without being noticed inside ordinary nights like this one here. No sadness in this silence, no pressure to improve, only cool midnight wind and glowing city lights. I spent too much time lately trying to stay productive. Now I let the hours pass without feeling guilty. After midnight, open sky tonight, clouds above the town. Everything moving gently toward another dawn. After midnight, open sky, still drifting overhead. Streetlights shimmer softly below the cloudy blue. After midnight, open sky tonight. Nothing more to prove, only this peaceful summer air moving through the dark. Quiet summer apartment, after midnight rain, cool air through the window moves across the floor. Lamplight near the sofa glows soft amber gold. Everything feels peaceful at this hour tonight. Quiet summer apartment tonight, nothing loud remains, only soft city sounds drifting through the dark. books stacked near the pillow, music low again, cold tea on the table beside scattered notes. Clouds above apartment roofs hide the distant moon. The night feels beautifully still without trying too hard. Maybe calm is fragile, maybe that's why it matters. Tiny peaceful moments inside ordinary days. No dramatic healing here, no sudden clarity, only cool midnight air and soft room light. I used to fear slow evenings, thinking they meant loneliness. Now they feel like breathing space after noisy weeks. Quiet summer apartment tonight, the city glowing blue, everything drifting gently toward another dawn. Quiet summer apartment still breathing after dark. Streetlights fading softly outside the window glass. Quiet summer apartment tonight, nothing left to chase, only this peaceful summer air and the sound of June. Open window after dark, cool wind enters slow. Street lights blinking quietly across empty roads. The whole room feels lighter after midnight comes. Everything moving gently under cloudy skies. Open window, empty mind tonight, nothing left to think. The noise inside my head finally drifting off. Cars passing somewhere far, like waves below the clouds. Only soft summer air floating through the room. Music low beside the bed, phone screen turned away. Clouds above the skyline cover distant stars. The air smells like rainfall mixed with warm concrete, the kind of peaceful midnight that disappears by dawn. Maybe rest is simpler than I thought before. Tiny quiet evenings without expectations, no pressure in my heartbeat, no sadness in the dark, only cool midnight wind and soft electric light. I spent too many nights trying to outrun thoughts. Now I let the silence stay without fighting it. Open window, empty mind tonight, the city glowing dim, everything finally soft after another week. Open window, empty mind tonight, nothing more to prove, only this gentle summer air floating breeze before sleep tonight. Cool air through the room. Lamplight fading slowly across quiet walls. The whole week feels distant now, beyond the midnight dark. Everything slowing down, little by little. Last breeze before sleep tonight, soft against my skin. The whole apartment breathing calm with the passing hours. No need to stay awake now, no need to overthink. Only summer night air and soft city lights. Blankets pull close slowly, music low again. Phone screen finally silent after such a long day. Clouds drifting over town, hide the distant moon. Everything feels peaceful when everyone sleeps. Maybe healing happens quietly without changing everything. Just giving tired hearts a place to finally rest. No dramatic ending scene, no sadness in the dark. Only cool midnight wind moving through the room. I used to fight the silence, trying to outrun my mind. Now I let these quiet hours carry me somewhere slow. Last breeze before sleep tonight, the city glowing blue. Everything drifting gently toward another morning. Last breeze before